in my glasses off. I can't see a damn thing in here. It's so dark. Anyways, we're in the shaping and the molding part. Still fabricating, alright? Okay, now, I've probably changed my mind about 15 times already, but I came back to my senses. This is the bottom pan for the bottom part of the triangle for the electrics, for the PMA, for the capacitor and the fuse box and all that other stuff. Alright, it's rounded at the pier. Alright, there we go. Alright, this is the shape of it right now. The triangle is it's more pointy, it's more of a triangle coming to these two corners right here. The frame is, right? This is the pan. Right, it overhangs here on the sides here like about anywhere between an inch and a half. Which is no big deal, but it's rounded. See how it's round? I kind of like that, you know what I'm saying? Still a little rough on the edges, you know what I'm saying? But I got it pretty much, right? I set it down right here. Cut it to fit, you know what I'm saying? 12 inches, you know what I'm saying? Cut the slot, set it down, bend it with the heel of my hand, right? Until I could get a good form fit. Right, then I took the old dead blow hammer, like right here in the middle. You see how the corners are? Right, they'll come to a point, I want to retain that, I want to retain the shape of this. Alright. So I got pretty much centered right there. Just find the line, right here. You know what I'm saying? Help, bend a little, right? When you're whacking. Right there. That's pretty good. It's up bit. Okay, now I'm going to take it over to the bars. I'm going to shape the edge of it right here. Right? You see how it's still got a little bit of concave to it. Right? But I've straightened it all out from the hammer, from the hammer blows and the. Oh yeah, there's a little triangle gap right here is almost there. Right? Right, you want to make sure you always stay centered in the frame on your points. Right? I'm using the head bolt right here, stem bolt, for a reference because I'm convinced that the front end's crooked on this bike, so it's going to get replaced. So anything forward here, I'm not even dealing with. I'm just doing from the center of the stem bolt to the center of the hole right here and the end of the hoop on the frame rail. Right, this is the line of the bike. Right, so I put the tire back on so I could preserve, so I could find that line. Right. What I'm working on is this gap right here between the pan and the frame rail. Right, I'm trying to get it bent where they come together flat. That's why I left it long right here, because the closer I get this being flat with the frame, the farther down these rounded pieces fit. Makes the line. Because I want this pan to be flat, and I want this line. I want the rounded part of this line. You know what I'm saying? So that I can, make a little box for it. Right? Because this stuff's going to be under the seat. Well done. Yeah, right there. Make sure you can see it, right? On the money right there. But problem is, there's a problem when you're farming sheet metal and you're fabricating. You see how it's bent right there? Huh? When you're forming it with a dead blow hammer, there's always going to be a spot where it's going to, bring it over here to the anvil. Right? Oh yeah. There it is. Well, why are you going through all this trouble, Brian? Well, just let this part be. want this part fit right, because it's an integral part of the rest of the system. What's the rest of the system, Brian? I changed my mind, came back to here. So, then, I'm going to make me a couple of little brackets right here. This is why I'm doing all this stuff, because you're going to end up doing all this stuff anyway. You know what I'm saying? I mean, yeah, for the most part, most guys, as they fabricate it, they weld it on and they mount it. Yes. I don't have that luxury right now. So, what I'm doing is I'm fabricating my parts and setting them up and, mocking them up, making sure I know where I'm at, what my distances are, how they're going to fit together, you know what I'm saying? Know where, like, look, just because I'm going to mount it right here and then maybe run a bead across it too, right? Use a couple of bolts and screws or the flange, you know what I'm saying? I'm also going to run, the strut down to here, you know what I'm saying? Probably weld it on at the bottom, right? You know what I'm saying? Fix it at the top right here in the corner, right? On both sides, so, I have a fender. I don't have press brakes. I got a bias, dude. Jet blow hammer. I got, this is how you develop your skills, young man. Right there. So what I gotta do is I gotta, find the center, mark me 2 little points, drill the holes, bing, drill the holes in the fender, bing, bing. Right, then, right now, I'm contemplating putting a couple of the, self-chopping sheet metal screws in it, bing, 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 just to hold it in place. You understand? Because when I do get the welder running, I'm probably going to run a welded bead right here, understand, and the bead right here. I like to hold it flat, to hold it on, for real. You know what I'm saying? Right? And then run a bead along here, and a bead along here to fill in the gap that I'm trying to cover. Alright? And it'll be mounted, right? Then that way, this would be the hard mount for the fender that bolts on with the 2 struts. That's what it's going to look like. Huh? It's me, Brian.